We mentioned it before about Harbour Lights, and it's obviously why you're on. You're a big part of Harbour Lights. Before
Mhm.
before we came on, you mentioned that Pride Tape was the catalyst for Harbour Lights. Can you just talk us through that?
Yes, I think it was Dash was still playing mixed hockey, so like mixed gender, non-contact, maybe 2019, so whatever that is, 5 years ago. And they'd seen Pride Tape online, so we ordered like 5 rolls or something. And a friend of ours, Alice, who's one of the founders of Harbour Lights, also got some at the same time, and she'd had some before. So we all started wrapping our sticks, and that's basically how Dash and a couple of their friends came out in junior hockey. Now, these are these trailblazers. Oh my god, they're like 14 years old, and they're like, "We're here, we're queer, and we're going to play hockey." That was pretty cool. So because of Pride Tape, we then Pride Tape, champions all these queer hockey clubs around the world. So we're then introduced to clubs in New York and Chicago and all over Canada, and seeing what they've been doing over the years, even before Pride Tape existed. And that really encouraged us. And that was like a conversation with Alice, God, maybe 2020. Hey, maybe we could start a queer hockey club in Sydney. What do you reckon? And then Alice sorted a bunch of Pride Tape, and we were both playing on two social leagues together. And we asked our friends to put the Pride Tape on. It was during Pride Month, I think, in June. And everyone bar two people did it. Now, one of them was Meredy, who had the best excuse ever. Meredy had this new tape. I can't remember whether it was Hello Kitty or something cute like that. And she's like, "Oh, I'd love to, Stu. I'm like, oh, I'm a proud member of the community." But I think it was her friend, not a girlfriend or anything. But she taped my stick up for me tonight, and I went, "You're totally off the hook. It's fine." So we all went out, this whole team, and that was for Dash and their friends to see a whole team do it. That's solidarity, and so it kind of then connected us with other people at other rinks. The more they said Pride Tape, and people would ask for it, and then people would come out to you. And all along, apart from a handful of friends, I was not out in hockey. I was like hockey dad who's helping with the scoring and carrying the water bottles and stuff. And it was not about me. It was about supporting my kid. I didn't want to throw that into the mix. Anyway, so we then ordered a bunch of Pride Tape, started planning how we're going to launch a club. It's in the middle of COVID. And there's the guy who was managing the rink at the time, and he's like a figure skater. And he goes, "Oh, we're going to launch it in Mardi Gras. You've got 2.5 months." We're like, "What?" Mardi Gras, man. All right. And he organized these drag queens from the Pollies, like a legendary drag community in Sydney. And we had a bunch of DJs, and we put a big disco, and this flag behind me, Alice and Emma made together, and we put that up on the rink. And had this big queer dance party for Mardi Gras night. All the screens are showing the parade. I think it was inside a gym, not like a big sports field. Like, I've lost my words. A stadium, man, a stadium. It was anyway. So we're dancing to all these queer anthems, and then we had basically a shinny. So we had like each line was a different level, and we had a guy who now played, Jeff, who's an amazing ally, now plays AIHL for Bears. Like, he played, and he was super cool.
It's amazing how much something as simple as tape can connect the community across the world. It's like even the other day, I took a photo when I was in Newcastle of the Mustangs. Some of the players have still got the Pride Tape on their sticks, and I just sent through a collaboration on Instagram to Pride Tape. Oh, no, they do follow our podcast on the socials, but I thought, they won't accept. But then they did, and it was just like flooded at all these different likes and things like that and shares, and just something that simple is just really, really cool.
They took us from, so we probably had a couple of hundred followers on Instagram when we first launched. And then when Pride Tape heard of us, I think we ordered a whole box of tape, or maybe Alice ordered 2. We went nuts for the Pride Tape. And so after our game, like, he published photos and went, how amazing is this? They've started this queer club in Sydney, and they've all got Pride Tape. And I'm going to do a massive flex right now. This stick behind me was wrapped by Luke Prokop, who's an NHL prospect. It's a stick I bought when Pride Tape and the brand No Name Hockey were doing a special during COVID. So it's like, got the Pride Tape stuff on it. And I met Jeff, one of the founders of Pride Tape, over at Seattle Pride, and hung out with him and found out we were both as obsessed about all kinds of music and a whole bunch of other, and meeting him was like meeting one of your heroes. He is one of my heroes. He's introduced us to so many people. And every single time we've done a big event, whether it's World Pride or our Mardi Gras games or our Pride Month games, or, we did a game in Newcastle, like the first ever Pride game up there, like, he has cross-promoted us and given us huge coverage and encouragement. And because of him, we've done interviews with the NHL a few times, done interviews with Brock McGillis, who was doing Pride hockey a couple of years ago. And a bunch of other channels, and it's all because of his network, because anyone who's involved in queer hockey, this is it. Like, this is the flag that we fly whenever we're out playing hockey. It's so cool.